All right. This is gonna be a little random episode. This is Big Bobby's Macchiato on location, and Joe is back. Although this is gonna be a little bit different because we're only using one mic, so we're gonna have to pass the mic back and forth.
It's no worries at all. Thank you, Bleron, very much for having me. I appreciate it. It's been a minute since we talked last, and I don't think I've actually seen you in person since high school, so...
I know, that is so crazy. Like, we've just been talking to each other online for so long that we actually haven't met up in person. But man, so today is gonna feel a little different, a little more organic. We're right now at a coffee shop here in Jason. We're both having coffees. Joe, earlier, this is your fifth coffee?
Yeah, so I'm currently at Havana Coffee Shop, and I have my fifth coffee of the day, but I'm fueled by caffeine, Bleron. Something you gotta understand about me is if I wake up in the day without caffeine, I'm pretty grumpy, so... I'm quite addicted to it also in many different forms. So I like coffee, I like tea, I like energy drinks, I like pre-workout. Basically anything that has my favorite though is Celsius. I don't know if you've ever had it before, but it's nice because it's about 200 milligrams of caffeine, and there's a very wide variety of flavors that you can try. And man, I gotta tell you, the orange flavored Celsius is by far my favorite. It's only 10 calories, and it has enough energy to kill a horse. But I like to start my day off with 3 sometimes.
3, damn. You know what? I also drink Celsius as well. Before I left home, I had a can of the Peach Vibe one. And yeah, I'm also obsessed with Celsius. Like, I pretty much use that as my pre-workout. Just go completely nuts, and somebody's phone is ringing with the old man ringtone.
Well... Thanks again, Blair, for having me on. I just wanted to ask you if you have any big plans for 2026.
Finish college, go to Kosovo. That's pretty much it. That's pretty much it. I ain't got that much planned out. Yeah, so, we'll be taking a quick break to enjoy this coffee. Give us a second. Alright, and we are back. Yeah, we were talking about caffeine, and yeah, I drink Celsius a lot, man. Like, it's pretty much my go-to drink for anything.
How many a day would you say you have?
I would say I have 2 a day, but sometimes I get like the bigger Live Fit cans. It does have 270 milligrams a can.
I highly recommend the grape flavor if you've ever had it before. It's by far my favorite of the big cans that they have now. My school, actually, down in Cincinnati, has the grape ones both in the small size and the large size. So before I went to my school, I'd never seen the small Celsius with the grape flavor. So I've tried that, and I like it a lot. Would you say that there's a certain flavor that you don't like?
Yeah, honestly, I tried, their cola flavor. It was a little underwhelming, to say. Like, it didn't really taste much like a cola or something. Such other flavors, honestly, I haven't really had the other flavors. I don't like the watermelon one. It's a little underwhelming. But when it comes to the big cans, I would say my favorite is the blue ones. I think it's like Blue Crush or the blue raspberry ones. Those ones, yummy.
No, that's fair. I'm not a huge fan of the watermelon either. Or to be honest with you, the blue ras isn't my favorite either. But I do like the lemon lime and the grape. I think those are probably my 2 favorite. And orange. Lemon lime, grape, and orange are probably my top 3. So, Bleron, would you say that you drink the 2 Celsiuses on top of the coffee that you have, or is it separate?
It depends on the day. Recently I've been drinking it along, before and after coffee. Just probably the most Albanian caffeinated dude you could think of. Just coffee, Celsius, just going hard, man. Just going full out, going crazy mode. Then I go to the gym, and then I go home and sleep. I mean, the other day I had a pretty good workout. I was mixing cardio and muscle. I was alternating between doing ellipticals and chest, and then ellipticals and then arms and such. Trying something new at the gym, so yeah.
Not to be out of pocket, but you got that great Albanian physique, you know? You got the broad shoulders. He's ready. He's ready for his bodybuilding competition. He's ready to beat you up. Anyways, we were talking about caffeine quite a bit, and I was wondering, Lauren, is there a certain type of coffee that you enjoy the most? Or, I guess, do you also like tea to follow up on that?
I mean, when it comes to coffee, my favorite is macchiatos from Kosovo. Like any sort of like espresso type coffee, I will go for. I mean, I will say one underrated coffee is airport coffee because this story time back to the last time I was going to Kosovo. So the day I was traveling, I had a layover in Zurich, Switzerland. It was also the same day as that big IT crash that year, so I was stuck at Zurich Airport for 9 hours, and I was just downing airport espressos in and out. So, yeah, that, and let me tell you, those things can keep you waked up. They can wake you up, and it definitely made me awake enough to catch the other flight to Pristina after staying at the airport for 9 hours. But I did make a friend, funny enough, another Albanian guy, who he was flying back to New York from Tirana, and yeah, he was also delayed in. Yeah, that's the one thing about us Albanians. Like, you can meet us in the most random of places, and we're just like, yo, what? Yeah, but that was a, yeah. Other than that, like, tea, I usually drink, like, Balkan style teas or, like, Turkish teas, like, Arab teas, like the chai style. Those ones, yeah, they're really good to enjoy. So, I really like those.
Well, that's good to know. I also kind of going off the meeting random Albanians. When I was in Malta last year, I met this Albanian dude named Jurgen, and I actually told him about you, Bleron, and he's like, "Oh, we gotta hop on the phone and talk in Albanian." But unfortunately, I couldn't make it happen. But Jurgen, if you're out there listening, I hope you're doing well. I haven't seen you since I went to Albania. He was such a clutch guy because I flew into Albania from Greece, and he was basically my transport. He had his Albanian driver's license, so he could take me to the airport. So I didn't actually have to take an Albanian taxi, and he did it for free out of his kindness. So going off kind of to a different direction and a different topic. Did you have any New Year's resolutions that you made this year?
Just finishing school and may or may not get into a relationship, but it's kind of boring out here in Janesville. I will say, you know, in the terms of our favorite sport, this is a very weak transfer window. The market isn't doing good. You know, I'm looking for Francesco Totti's, but there's a lot of Muratas here. So, yeah, that's my situation.
I don't quite understand that last analogy, but you'll get someone. I guess my New Year's resolutions, well, kind of related to yours a little bit because I also want to finish my degree. I end in May, but unfortunately I have to take some credits afterwards. But it'll only be 10 days after my ceremony, so it's still in May, you know, just a little bit later in May than the rest of my class. But I will graduate on time, and I plan to be on the workforce coming this summer. So Joe will be in the workforce. I guess my next thing that I have some big plans coming up this year. So although I've kind of already failed this New Year's resolution, I'm trying to quit alcohol. This past semester, I gained 21 pounds. And so I really I'm trying to get on a cut, get back in shape. There's a photo of me. I guess I'll show Blair on a little bit later, but I had like visible abs, and now it's all fat. So it's some muscle, but we're trying to get that back. We're on the cut. I'm weighing in the beginning of winter break at about 215, and I'm trying to cut down to about 180. So hopefully I can achieve that by May, by the time I graduate. So yeah, that's one of my New Year's resolutions is quitting alcohol. One of them is graduating, and then the third one that I actually have a big plan coming soon. So I can't really reveal all the information, but just know that a TikTok account creation is going to happen very soon.
Ooh, that's gonna be nice. Yeah, I will say I also gained weight during the past semester. Like, I'm now at like 260 right now, so I'm gonna try to drop to 220, maybe 200, but we'll see how that goes. My last semester it kicked me in the butt. I'm telling you, like barely had time to go to the gym and just couldn't really focus on stuff because school was so bloody and intense. Like man, that was a rough semester. But hopefully with this new year, I'm starting to go back to the gym more, getting back to my normal routine and such, doing the workouts that I used to do when I first lost weight back in high school, which that was a big bloody drop. Like holy crap. Like well, of course, old beings are gonna make the most obvious of comments when they see you in a long time and they notice you look quite different. But I mean, yet again, that's like all immigrant families and such, but especially Albanians, they really make it obvious. So yeah, but I will say, despite the weight gain, my jawline is still strong.
Oh yeah, and he has a fly haircut. So if there's any single Albanian ladies looking for a man, there's a guy for you. His name is Bleron. Anyways, yeah, those are some good goals, Bleron. I am looking forward to hopefully achieving some of them. No one's perfect, so hopefully I can get some of them. Kind of my next topic is about sports. So, as you know, Liverpool played today against Arsenal.
As of us recording.
They play in about 30 minutes, but I was just wondering if you have a score prediction. And then after you answer that question, I have another sports question for you.
Oh, man. Wait, we're playing at the Emirates, so it's going to be tough right now because although we beat them earlier this season, it's going to be tough. But I still have a lot of hopes. I'm thinking 2-1 Liverpool. I think it's going to be close. I mean, we need to win, especially that stupid Fulham game a couple days ago. So I'm going 2-1 Liverpool.
I'm going to go a little bolder than that. I'm going to go 3-1 Liverpool. I think it's time for them to prove that they're a real team, and they've been lacking most of the season with a couple bad losses. I added the one goal because I do think our defense is quite leaky. That being said, they didn't concede against Liverpool the last time these two teams met. So my next question in regards to sports is, although we agree on the same soccer/football team, we do have different American football team takes, and we support different teams. I am a Green Bay Packer fan, and Bleron is a Chicago Bears fan. And as you know, on Saturday, the Bears and Packers will be playing each other in the playoffs. Bears obviously with the 2 seed, the Packers with the 7 seed. I was just wondering what your score prediction would be for this game.
Oh, man. I know like the last 2 games, like we lost to the Lions and forgot the other team, but I would say like the Bears' form this season is doing good, but of course this rivalry is massive, and the fact we're playing for a 3rd time, like holy. Yeah. They're gonna play the game at Soldier Field, this is Chicago, which the last Bears and Packers game was at Soldier Field, and the Bears won clutch in overtime, which I still cannot believe that moment. Like I was going nuts, but I feel like both. Hold on a second, Joe wants to say something.
Let me just interject and say we got to get rid of Romeo Dobbs, man. Like, what are you doing? You can't be messing up the team like that. But at least we have the playoffs and we have a chance to make it right. Well, it all started from a face mask, and then we tried the onside kick, and that failed miserably. And yeah, so both teams are 1-1. Both teams have 1 win, 1 loss against each other. So hopefully the Packers can get a positive winning record against the Bears this season. We'll see what happens, though.
As for score predictions, and this is going to be a close game, I'm sure. Like, I'm going to think this one is going to go to overtime, and the Bears are going to win by play. But as for exact numbers, I'm thinking, oh gosh, math. Here, this is the thing. Doing math for like American football is so weird because of how the scoring is. But I feel like we're going to win by a touchdown in overtime. That's my margin of victory.
I do think it's going to be what do you call like a 1-possession game, final score. But I'm actually going to take the Packers by a field goal. I think it's going to be a last-second field goal, and the Packers are going to win it. I'd say, let's go 28 Bears, 30 Packers. Final score prediction.
Damn. That's going to be intense. Yeah, but, oh man, seeing the Bears in the playoffs after so bloody long, thank goodness. We've had a good year. Thank you, Ben Johnson. Thank you.
I just want to say the Packers could do the funniest thing ever if they win. Because they'll be right back to where they belong. So, I guess kind of relating to the Bears as we're on this topic, what do you think about the Bears thinking about leaving Soldier Field? Do you think it's a bad thing? What do you think about them potentially moving to Gary, Indiana?
I don't want to be called the Gary Bears. No. Don't go to Indiana. Just stay in the Chicagoland area. Like, even if it means we have to go to Arlington Heights, just stay in the damn area. Like, come on. Like for the longest time, like, we've been known as the Chicago Bears. The fans don't want to move. It's like, sure, if Soldier Field is a little crummy, why not renovate it like any other sports team around the world? Like, renovate the stadium or build a new stadium within the city? Like, come on.
Yeah, I mean, if they move, I'm going to call them the Indiana Bears from now on. So they had them like move further away from Wisconsin. They're so scared because they're so close. They're like, we got to move another state away from Wisconsin. Now you guys are going to be more rivals with Detroit Lions because you guys are one state away instead of 2 states away from Wisconsin, right?
But at the same time, like, when it comes to other sports, when Wisconsin fans go to Illinois, you still got to pay the toll. So I guess we get the last laugh.
But you also pay the toll going up too, coming back. So I guess it goes both ways. But no, I do like Chicago. Chicago's a great city. I'd love to move there after I graduate. If I can find a job out there, that's to say. You want to pause it real quick? So anyways, Bleron, what kind of workout plan do you think you'll do in the future?
Well, it's definitely going to be a lot of weight loss ones. Of course, the big thing is got to change my way of eating. I'm going to get back to eating a lot more pastas now. I will say I'm a pasta guy, especially like bolognese style, like red sauce pastas, spaghetti. Like, I'm going to start making those again. And just, fix it up. And also for workouts, it's definitely going to be a lot of like fat burning cardio workouts. Like, I really like the ellipticals. Like, ellipticals are my workout. I just go in and do the fat burn workout, listen to music, and then I'm done. And then if I still have energy, I may do a little bit of muscles after that, but that's only on cardio days. Muscle days, I just focus on one area, whether it's shoulders, chest, back, and legs, and such. Yeah, but especially recently, because I haven't been in the gym in a while because I was sick, so I'm going to definitely just do cardio stuff a lot at the moment.
So when you're on the elliptical, what settings do you have it on?
I do the fat burn presets because how they works is 4 minutes of like normal stuff, default, and then it's 4 minutes of like the high elevation one, and then it's back and forth for 3 times. And it's a nice even mix. You go intense, and then you rest, and then intense rest, and just that repetition.
Yeah, so I don't know, I've these arms, I guess, for me. I've been doing a push-pull legs routine. That's kind of what works for me. And then I do push-pull legs, take a rest day, repeat. And then after I do the lifting, I usually do like a walk. I try to get 10,000 steps a day. But if it's too cold out, like, how that it gets in the Midwest sometimes, I'll just go on the treadmill and I do the setting. I do 3.5 speed at a 9 incline, and I usually do that for about a half an hour after I lift my weights. I'm trying to go in a cut as well, as Bleron said, so I guess we have similar goals. Yeah, I weighed in at 215 at the beginning of my winter break, and I'm trying to cut down to about 180. So hopefully that's achievable. I think it is. I think I just got to stay consistent, and I got to stop drinking. A lot of it was just alcohol weight, having fun in college. So I think once I quit that, essentially like drinking is just liquid bread. So I'm gonna try decreasing the quantity of alcohol that I have. But I think,
Drink beer.
yeah, I think beer is what really needs to go because that's where the heavy calories are. But I think vodka, if I just do a shot, it'll get me drunk for less calories. So I think if I do go out, I'll get like tequila with lime or something like that, so it's not quite as damaging to me.
Honestly, when it comes to like alcohols, I'm not that much of a beer drinker. I prefer like vodkas and spirits and stuff. Because for me, like the beer guts, like I don't like it. Really, beer, like depending on how many beers I drink, like it makes me a little bloated. That's why I like mixed vodka drinks and such. So, like my go-to is usually a vodka Red Bull. So, but also when it comes to like drinking stuff, like I gotta lay back on a lot of the sodas, because especially like working at like the service industry, especially in restaurants, like when it's a slow day, like I would drink a lot of soda just to keep myself occupied. It's sort of like a stress response. It's like it's so boring when I get out of here, but I have to wait. That type of stuff.
Yeah, it's gotta be a tough situation there. What are like the soda options at the restaurant that you work at?
Pepsi. It's usually a lot of Pepsi products.
Oh, okay. And have you ever considered just like doing the Diet Pepsi instead?
I don't like diet sodas. I prefer like the like Pepsi Zero or Coke Zero.
But still the zero. So I mean, I don't think you're really. If you're just doing that, I don't think you're really gaining that many calories from the soda. But
No, I'm just gonna switch to that in the meantime, just because I did that before and that's how I did lose weight at the first time. So I'm gonna switch to that.
yeah, I see. Usually, I mean, for me, I quit soda, but like, not the alcohol. So that's my problem. But that's my New Year's resolution, and hopefully, it goes pretty well.
I mean, I'm not that much of a big drinker as you. I'm a drink on occasion. That stuff, like, I don't really drink at home much. Like, I barely even drink at home. So, I usually drink when I'm going out, which is usually like once a month. And then when I do it, I drink a lot and get wasted.
So you just go crazy the one time that you do drink and you go out. Yeah, I should probably be like you more.
But yeah, yet again, you're a classic British geezer, mate. You're a typical geezer.
Something like that, lad.
Oh yeah, lad.
Anyhow, trying to think what else. Well, the podcast has been going on for quite a bit. What's the time we're at?
We're at 23 minutes.
23 minutes. Yeah, we'll go for a couple more minutes.
Haven't seen each other forever.
Yeah, no, it's been a minute. How's school going?
2 more semesters and I'm finally done. Yeah, December of this year, I'll finally be done with college. And then I gotta figure out where the hell I'm gonna work at. I'm gonna try looking for a radio job, because that's where I'm best suited. That's like my favorite thing to do, so I'm gonna try to do a lot of radio.
Hear me out. You try doing radio in Kosovo.
I mean, any job in Kosovo will work for me. I mean, that is my dream, but it may take a while. So, yeah. But I'll see how it goes. If not, if I do move to Kosovo, it'll probably be for online stuff. So, yeah. We'll see how it goes. Knock on wood.
Here's the question. Is it easier for you to commentate in English or in Albanian?
At the moment, it's English, because commentating in Albania is a little different, because I don't know all the Albanian terms for soccer, aka real football. So, but one thing I am good at is I can scream. I'm not gonna do it now because we're at a coffee shop, but I can scream very loud.
I could tell I think you'll be very successful in the future, Bleron. You got a good radio talk voice. So, I wish you the best of luck finding a job after college. I mean, I'm hoping that I could find a job. I'm kind of in the process right now, applying to quite a bit of different places. So if anyone's listening to this and it's a hiring manager, please, like, I'll take your job. I don't care what it is. I hope it's just in Chicago, because I want to be in Chicago after I graduate. You know?
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah. Yeah, so yeah, I'll put Joe's Instagram in the description if you're listening on Spotify and YouTube, and you can reach out to him and such. But yeah, man, it's been a great episode, Joe. We're just gonna take it back, relax, and then prepare for the game against Arsenal. Feeling confident about the game?
Let's go, lads. I'm very happy that you invited me on in person this time. So it was a great way to meet up. I unfortunately don't have much time in Janesville. Otherwise, I would do more episodes with you in person. But hopefully, in the future, we could do more online.
Yep, so this has been another episode of Big Bobby's Macchiato. My name is Bleron Joe, aka Big Bobby, and I am called Big Bobby for a reason. Ooh, ooh. Have a nice day.